Hey, welcome to Tech Uncensored. My name's Nick, and this segment is Tech News, where I bring you some of the top news stories of the day or the week and, try to condense them down so you guys can get on with your day. So the first article is from Google Security Blog, where Google did a practical attack on an episode1, which is a secure hashing algorithm, and it's been around for about 10 years now. So what Google is stating here is that they found a way to break the SHA-1 encryption by matching two data sets, which is supposed to be impossible. They still made it happen. They're going to release the info in 90 days on how they did it. But for now, they just posted an online thing on how to, that they did accomplish it over at Google. And basically, they're trying to advocate to get rid of that SHA-1 implementation in favor of other implementations that are newer and better. So that's what the article is about. If you don't know what SHA-1 is, it's basically a secure hashing algorithm, has multiple implementations. I'm going to put a link below. You can read up more on it, and I'll have a link down there linking you to the post. So hopefully you'll see what's going on, and maybe it'll shed a little light on, why people shouldn't be using that type of implementation anymore. Me personally, I'm all about newer and greater and better. I mean, of course, if there's a better way, we should be moving on and we shouldn't be using outdated stuff. And if Google's going to put this much research into proving it's wrong, then I think we should listen. Moving on. So in other news, Google laid out a nice guideline for designing APIs. And from the looks of it, it's all based around their Google APIs and Cloud APIs. And they basically use the same guidelines to build their own shit. So all I can say there is read it, get into it, because Google is a powerhouse, and if you want to be anywhere near, compatible with, the browsers of Google and their whole alphabet tree, you should probably read that and take some note on it. I'll have the link in the description below. From the comments I've read on it, some wording seems a little fuzzy on there, so make sure if you have any, it's definitely just out today, so if you are having some troubles reading or whatever, definitely go to some type of related article on Hacker News, read the comments and see how they're basing what's going on there. I'm sure there'll be a ton more of explanation coming out, but definitely the Google guidelines as a whole, if you go to the site, which I'll post down below, further design guidelines are, pretty much gold standard, so you should be checking those out. And if you're new to the game, which is sites, trying to not only catch vets, but also, newcomers, definitely start basing around there. They got some nice tutorials on there and stuff. So, if you're new to programming, you still want to check out this site just because Google's making it. The reason why they put out these design guides and these best practices is for people that are just learning to have an understanding and a better grasp on how to go about, coming towards a situation. So not only do they have the API design guide up, but they also have HTTP guidelines, SDK guidelines, and how to use their platform. So make sure you go and check that out. Again, link will be in the description. So in other news, researchers from Microsoft and University of Cambridge have developed an AI that basically is stealing code from other programs to write code. And this is pretty cool because it's solving coding challenges right now of up to like 5 lines of code, which is, you'd think, pretty small, but for something that's self-learning, that's pretty damn neat. And what they're hoping with this project is that you'll be able to just, if you have no coding experience whatsoever, just give this AI your idea, and basically it'll build a program for you, which is mind-blowing. So even if you have, programming skills, but your only skill set is, front end or something sort, this thing's going to build the whole works for you. Like, wow. And they're trying to throw out there, it's not going to take over jobs or anything, but just think how many big businesses are going to grab this up. Like, don't need you because I got Deep Coder over here and he's killing it and he doesn't need to sleep or eat. So, I don't know. It's cool. I mean, if you're worth your value, I really want to sweat it, but think about it. Not taking any jobs? Yeah, right. Let me get something like that, and I'll just start giving it commands and let it work for no food, no pay, or anything like that. Pretty sure their top-notch concern is probably filling some job seats out there so they don't have to worry about human emotion or, any back talk or missing a day of work. Like, that's what our future's coming through, and if you don't think that, then you're pretty crazy. Now, how far in the future that's going to happen, I don't know. But if these things are programming now and they're putting it out there, you better believe they're probably a lot further than they're letting us believe, and it's for a reason. And whether it's for a big, company or, for small, who knows how much the thing will cost in the future. But I'd just say start, building your own business so you can buy your own. I don't know. It was, if you're helping people on open source and stuff like that, those companies are going to take notice, and when they start trusting you to, patch up their code or do bug fixes and stuff like that, you can probably get a job that way. So it doesn't matter if you're from the United States or around the world anymore. If you're helping people online with open source code and stuff like that, you have a better chance of getting a job than going out there, throwing applications to the wind hoping for a catch. And it's a great article. I suggest you read it, but that's what I got from it. And he makes a valid point that a hub like GitHub wasn't around a while, back in 2005, you couldn't go on, a hub and start helping people produce code. There was no open source. There was no thought of other people from the community, you trusting them to allow them to work on your code and stuff. So it's pretty amazing where we've came. And I thought, a good gem to take from that is get on the open source scene, start helping these companies out, especially if you want to work for them, show them that you're worth your weight in gold. And get in there and just start taking stabs and, trying to even learn the code base. Even that, if they have something posted up, is going to get you a lot further if you're not helping or not. Plus, learning how to deal with open code is where it's at. People are using Git as version control, and you need to understand those concepts anyway. So for those of you new and just, trying to pick up some info, definitely get on GitHub. Definitely start picking out your favorite libraries, reading the source code from those, and also trying to help companies that are using the type of stack you want to get into. And you can get a lot further with being noticed. If you're trying to figure out a way to get into an interview, that's the way. Get with the team that's building the damn program. So, tip of the day. I really don't have nothing today, but I want to start giving into Sunday. Now, I'm a JavaScript programmer, front end, so I tried to think of something. It was going to go with Webpack and something like Did You Know? But I'm not even sure I really want to go with that. Maybe I'll just leave like a nice screen at the end and you can see it, because trying to talk code is like trying to buy a programming book on audio. Like, what the fuck, right? So I'm going to leave you with this tip. Don't drink and drive because you might spill your beer. So my name's Nick. This is Tech Uncensored, and hopefully I'll see you tomorrow.